Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Good morning, everybody. Marcus Conte reporting. Welcome to Marcus in the Morning. Today is August 30th, 2022. This is your life. This right here is your life. How we doing? I'm waiting for us to be live. Good morning, everybody. La 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 la. Waiting for my face to pop up. How we doing? There we are. There we are. Good morning, everybody. My name is Marcus Conte, and I am here to entertain you. Because that's what I am. I'm an entertainer. I'm a comedian and a satire-oriented comedian. Listening to the sounds of Granny Cat. Granny Cat. Good morning, everybody. How you doing, man? How are you, man? Happy Tuesday to you. It's Tuesday in our lives together. And my name is Marcus Conte. I got today we're going to talk about yesterday. I want to talk about yesterday for 1 second. Yesterday on the program. If you missed it, go back and take a look. We were talking about the space launch, the new artisan, whatever it is, the artist, the fucking space rocket that's going to the moon. Right, they canceled the shot. They canceled the takeoff yesterday. But I was thinking, as people were talking and as we were discussing in the chat, that there are many people in America that believe that the space walk in 1969 by the Americans was fictional, something Hollywood oriented. Now, I tend to think it was more of technology lost. Here's the problem, right? Although we did see Buzz Aldrin, and I had seen that video a long time ago. I forgot about it and then remembered it when Vinny brought it to our attention yesterday, of Buzz Aldrin, one of the pilots in the Apollo moonwalk, the first moonwalk, saying to a young child, "We never went there." Right? He said it. Now, here's the problem, right? When one guy says it, you might say, "Well, I don't know, I know you were there, but you're getting old, and maybe you don't, you're a little fucked up." The problem is for something of that magnitude to have been held away from the public, right, for so long. How many people had to know about that? How many people were in on the scam? How many actors? How many technicians? How many people were in on it? Right? A lot of people, right? To pull something like that off, a lot of people had to be in on it. Right? Or it was a double-blind study where the people engaging it, with the exception of very, very, very few, didn't really know what was going on. They thought that they were watching a moon landing, right? Maybe they were, So the point I'm trying to make is, as we enter into this new space launch, which I see as very exciting, going to the moon, landing on the moon, right? Orbiting the moon, then going back and landing on it with a couple of new faces, and using the moon as a launching pad to Mars. I find that fascinating for whatever reason, and we're going to get to see it firsthand, right? But if the 69 thing was staged as many people speculate. I'm not speculating that, but people do speculate it. Then how many people know about it? You know, there's got to be. It's only 1969. There's got to be a lot of people alive. So that's what it occurred to me when I was walking around. If Buzz Aldrin is correct in what he's saying, that we never went there, and he was allegedly in the capsule, right? That's the evidence that we have, right? Him testifying that we never went there. Right? That's what we base this argument on. Not a theory that the Earth is flat and it's a fucking, or it's, you know, it's not even solid, it's liquid, or something like that. Right? We know these things are, but the fact is that if Buzz Aldrin is correct in saying that we never went there, because that's what he said, how many other people were in on the scam? How many people are alive right now? What kind of threat is hanging over their head? Right? If you speak, you'll go to, you know. That's what it makes me wonder, you know. It definitely makes me wonder. So today we're going to talk about pills and drugs and a lot of people on a lot of different medications. Right? We're human beings, right? Human beings have some problems, right? It's emotional, it's physical, right? We're walking around and all of a sudden we don't feel well. And we're feeling great. We're feeling euphoric. Everything is wonderful. And then something changes and the whole world seems fucking dark and ugly and it's closing in like a rock moving in front of a tomb, and it's cutting us off from the world outside. Everybody experiences that to some degree. Now, observation tells us that some people experience it a little more intensely. But in the final analysis, when the walls are caving in, when it looks like someone's going to slide a rock in front of your tomb, or something is going to slide a rock and cut you off from the world, there is something that you can do about it. Right? There are actions that you can take, and I testify, you know, and believe in my heart of hearts that swallowing pills and various types of pharmaceuticals is not the answer. Injections of whatever is not the answer. There's a greater answer, and you have it. It's inside of you. You stop, and you breathe, and you know that there's something there's an imbalance, and that if you stay there, eventually this too shall pass. Right? And we don't, as a society, we don't train our people, we don't train ourselves to be able to ride out an emotional storm. We blame neurotransmitters and psychopharmacology and serotonin levels in our brains. All of which is relative. When the medical profession says you have a chemical imbalance and we need to give you medications to correct that medical imbalance, I say, well, you're half right. There is a chemical imbalance, but by you throwing chemicals that you think are responsible for that behavior or that condition is incorrect. The chemicals that only you can produce the counter response to that response. Only you can do it. Right? There's nobody else that can help you. And how do you do it? You sit out in the sun and you take the sun. You exercise. You drink water. You breathe. You meditate. You relax. You stop. And you observe. You breathe into the discomfort, right? But we don't teach our people. We don't teach our citizenry that. Instead, we teach them to rely on something outside of ourselves to solve the problem. And Big Pharma has the answer for you. Swallow these pills. You remember the Sackler family, right? The OxyContin pushers, right? We all hate them. Oh, the Sicklers, right? They killed how many people in the opioid crisis by pushing OxyContin on people that didn't need it or didn't want it, or right? Or the Prozac epidemic, right? Or the need I say the holy vaccine? Right? The vaccine's different, right? Vaccine's very different. We're not allowed to discuss that, so we're gonna leave that. Everybody should have their vaccine and feel good about it. Right? But is that guy an exception to the rule? I speculate, no, he is not. He is caught in the grip of a very, 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 very bad cycle of chemical imbalance, right? In his own body, with the answer at his own fingertips, right? But today, we don't teach it's not part of our culture. I don't think it's really part of any culture. You could point to the Buddhist societies like Thailand and Tibet or Nepal and India, where there's heavy concentrations of Buddhist philosophy, where they understand this, right, to some degree, to an incredibly large degree. But the problem is, most people, even if it's held right in front of their face, won't believe it, won't experience it because of that's the $1,000,000 question. If they don't believe it, that's the number one reason. I don't believe that sitting quietly, following my breath, addressing my own anxiety is going to make it go away. Right? It doesn't go away. See, I tried it; it didn't work. Right? And you go back to worrying and frustration. But if we can teach young people and old people, well, if we start with the young people eventually grow up and teach their young people how to do it, right? So, but we're going to explore the American culture of swallowing pills to throw substance at our problem. Now, I'm not saying all substance is bad. Like, I'm not going to vilify recreational substance outside of food, and I'm not here to do that. What I am saying is that if you believe that your problem is going to go away by swallowing this pill alone, I swallow my pill, or I smoke this substance, or I drink this beverage, and that is going to make my problem go away, I say you're wrong. I testify that I would argue that you are wrong, and so that's what we're talking about. It's just consumerism, says Justin Falzone. Yeah, consume, be afraid. I'm afraid, and then some jack off. Excuse me. You can't say jerk off, but you can say jack off. You can't call somebody a jerk off because that's offensive. But some jack off in a hospital with 5 medical degrees is telling you, Mr. Conti, you're in a bad place. You need to take this medication. You need to take your medication. You need to take your medication, and all your problems will go away. It's just case in point, over and over and over and fucking over again, that is not the solution. So we'll look at that. My thumbnail: happy pills everywhere. My name is Marcus Conti. I got a website. We're live every morning somewhere right now. It looks like YouTube. Yeah, we're still here. You never know. Right? You never know when someone's going to yank the plug on you. Right? We're back on D Live, but here we go. So every morning 9 a.m. we're live somewhere. You don't need notification. Come to marcusconti.com and join us. Thank you everybody in the chat. All our regulars are here. Zoot Cooter is here. Vinny DiMartini on the wrench. Don't be a dick on YouTube. Don't be a dick in the chat, and nobody will have to wrench you. All right? Nobody will have to take a wrench and fucking remove your nut. All right? Just be look, just basic respect in the chat. Don't be an egomaniac. Don't try to dominate the chat. Don't put fucking 8,000, comments and porn and anger. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it. If you do it, you're gonna get silenced, right? Here, right? Just be kind, be gentle, be respectful of others and their opinions, right? Even if your opinion differs. If my opinion differs from your opinion, your goal should not be to change my opinion to your opinion. Your goal should be to coexist with a different opinion, and you know what I mean. You don't have to. You're not going to convince me of anything. You can convince me of something by example. Show me where you've been on Prozac for 10 years and your life got better. Show me one case of that. Someone who consumes, these medically prescribed depressant medications for long periods of time, and suddenly they are the shining star of spirituality, that their life suddenly has lifted to new heights. No, it's usually ends up in a hospital in a detox ward and a rubber room and a transfer over to some other kind of medication. That's the evidence. So every morning, if you like these kind of topics, we're going to talk more about this moon landing as the new. It looks like Friday. We're going to get another blast off to orbit the moon. Right? And we could all talk about if it's real or fake, because that's fun. Are they going to really land on the moon? You can't land on the moon. It's not there. It's liquid, man. Conti, you don't know what you're talking about, man. The fucking moon is liquid, and the Earth is flat. Right? So, but bring it on, man. I love having those. I love having that kind of contrast to what I'm talking about. It's interesting. Just don't try, if you have those opinions, just don't stuff it down anybody else's throat. That's all. I'm not stuffing it down your throat. I'm just looking at the moon landing, right? I played fucking Buzz Aldrin's video, him saying that the whole thing is fake. I played it, right? So I'm not trying to deny it. I'm just trying to say that if Buzz Aldrin, is honest and sane in what he's saying, how many other people knew about it? That's all I'm saying, right? Where are the others, right? Give me one other, two others, right? Shit doesn't happen in a vacuum like that. It has to, there's a lot of minds converging, right? And then you'll say, oh, well, the CIA killed them all. Well, where's the dead bodies? Show me the bodies. Something like that. Yeah, man. So anyway, I got a tip jar and a Patreon link. That's how I eat. I'm getting very skinny over here, if you haven't noticed. I'm losing my teeth, too. So throw some cash my way in the tip jar. I don't have to be a lot, $1 or $2, right? Patreon is another way you can join on a monthly basis. All right, and that's how we get going, because God knows fucking Google ain't paying me to be here. So what else we got? So we'll start here. So on the note of medications, big pharma, right? And then we'll look at the markets at 9:30 in a few minutes. So on the note of medications, Coast Guard Academy cadets who have refused the COVID-19 vaccine on religious grounds were ordered to vacate the campus within 24 hours. Breaking news, August 29. Get out. Get off the campus. You're not allowed to be here because you didn't take your medicine. By refusing your medicine, you're not allowed to be around other humans who did take their medicine. You see the gravity of the situation? You got a choice. You don't have to take anything. You don't have to swallow these pills. But if you do it, if you don't do it, wink, wink, this is what's going to happen to you. So Coast Guard Academy cadets ordered out. All right, get out. The fuck off my campus, man. Unvaxxed. You're an unvaxxed. You got to be triple vaxxed and triple boosted like Joe Biden. What's the? I just speculate. What is the statistic on people this age who catch COVID-19 and die? Can someone tell me how many people in the age group under 25 die from COVID-19? I don't know, less than a percentage point. Right? They die of suicide from swallowing pills that as a child, Ritalin. Right? How many young people die of suicide? Right? And there's a direct link to the pharmacology that they were forced to swallow. But I'm not speculating that this story has anything to do with that story, of course. I'm just merely pointing out that at this moment in our history, right here, right now, the Coast Guard is saying that if you don't take your prescribed medication, you cannot be here. You are out. Not only are you out, but you're not really out. We're going to punish you by putting you remote. Right? You're still in the school because, hey, fuck you. This is the military. You can't just walk away. Right? You got to do what we tell you to do. Right? And now we're gonna make your life miserable until you do it. Right? That's what's going on. Right? Right? Your child can't come into this classroom, Miss Smith. Mrs. Jones, your child has a behavior problem, and he's not allowed to be around other children until he sees the doctor and takes his medicine. Johnny, did you take your medicine today? And the kids in the fucking chair, dribbling like they're dribbled. Well, yes, Mrs. Smith. As I say, I took my pills today. I took my pills today. And then Mrs. Smith looks up and says, "Oh, see, he's compliant and he's not a behavior problem anymore. Oh yeah, he's dribbling on himself and he can't hold his eyes open, but he's not interfering with my teaching. Right? We just ignore him. Let him. You know what I mean? Right. So over there at the Coast Guard Academy, you got to vacate. Get off the campus, kids. No medicine in you that you can prove. Get out. True story. Absolutely true story. So we got to talk about Hunter Biden's laptop for a minute. Again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not talking about Hunter Biden and his laptop because I'm a Trump supporter and I want to see Joe Biden continue to be president until he dies in office and everything becomes democratic. That's not why I'm talking about it. I'm talking about the Hunter Biden laptop because what was on that laptop before the 2020 election was so, it's still on there, but now it's in evidence. Hunter Biden's laptop is in evidence in Congress right now. All right? Thank you, Chuck Grassley and the rest of the senators who made that happen. Right? But in that laptop is evidence of not just an unruly son of a president who likes to smoke crack and bang hookers, and that's what he does. Right? He likes to take videos of himself swinging his own dick with a crack pipe in his mouth and a hooker 2 feet away, holding the camera, I guess. He likes to do that sort of thing. And hey, listen, man, whatever. To each his own, right? But what was more damning for all of us is the fact that on that laptop is clear and convincing quid pro quo with the then Vice President Joe Biden, his son Hunter Biden, and what appears to be oligarchs all over the fucking world. Wealthy Russians operating in the Ukraine, wealthy Chinese funding various operations around the world. What were they peddling? What was Joe Biden and his son peddling? They were peddling influence. That's what we do. That's the nature of American politics. Politicians run for office because they are going to have influence over our society. That is a fact. That is the nature of a free election. If I win, all people are going to get one extra loaf of bread per week, and right, and all the sheep love it. Right, the politicians promise people things, right, and politicians to become politicians that get elected, you got to have rich friends, people with a lot of money. Right? So that's what's called quid pro quo. Technically, it's illegal in America, but that's the nature of the politics. Right? Give me some money and I will give you a favor. Is that how it works? Exactly how it works. Pay me. Right? Get me elected. What the fuck? Get off your hands. You want me to do something for you? Get me elected and I'll do it. And then once in, the cycle continues, right? Peddling influence. That's the essence of what the president, the sitting president right now, Joe Biden, then vice president, was involved in with his son Hunter Biden. Now, I don't know. I think that's fascinating. And the evidence supports that that's exactly what happens. That Joe Biden was getting a 10% kickback on all the money that Hunter Biden could extort from people. And it's not just, here's the money, give me my favor. It's, here's a job for $600,000 a year doing absolutely nothing. And now give me my favor. Right? Nobody's offering me $600,000 to go hang out in the Ukraine with a bunch of Russian hookers and have fun and give daddy 10% of the money. That's the essence of the Hunter Biden laptop. Let's just quickly go to the markets because I have skin in the game and I'm curious. So markets are open. Ding, 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 ding. So we're opening slightly higher. I wouldn't say that we're going up. The NASDAQ is up 70. The Dow up 78. S&P 500 has opened up 11. Apple is up $1. Amazon up $1.51. Google up 57 cents. All green. My whole screen is green. Even Rivian up 40 cents. Tesla, after the 3-for-1 split, is up $3 a share to 288. Walmart up. Nvidia up. Bitcoin up a little bit. The mighty war stocks, Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, down. I think I want to add Boeing to the military industrial complex stocks. Boeing has a hand in the space travel. Boeing is big on that. So is Raytheon. Those are both down. The mighty, holy, amazing, incredible, life-saving vaccine stocks. Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, and Moderna. Johnson & Johnson down a little bit. Moderna down 18 cents. Pfizer up 6 cents. Robinhood, you remember the apes that drove the short squeeze on Robinhood? Only $9 a share right now. It looks like it's up 12 cents right now. Netflix up $3. Well, that's something. What else? Fucking space. SPCE, the stock that also wants to send people to space, only up 16 cents at $6 a share. One could speculate that if space travel becomes increasingly popular as it appears to be, this might be a buy all the way down here in the basement at $6 a share. Remember, it was 60, right? Where are you going to find 10 times your money? But it's not about that, right? Virgin Galactic Space might have to take a back seat to the companies that I just talked about. Raytheon, Boeing. But interesting to look at. So markets are what we commonly refer to as flat. slightly up. That's good, right? S&P is up a little bit, 11. Dow up 77. NASDAQ up 77. So slight bounce off the bottom. So we were talking about Hunter Biden's laptop, right? Hunter Biden. All right, so top FBI agent resigns amid claims he shielded Hunter Biden from probe. Whoa, wait a second. Someone in the holy FBI, the fabric of our great nation, the highest law enforcement agency in America, is a top guy is resigning over political bias. Wow. Oh my God. Why did he resign? So a top FBI agent resigns. A top FBI agent at the Washington field office reportedly resigned from his post last week after facing intense scrutiny over allegations he helped shield Hunter Biden from criminal investigations into his laptop and business dealings. Is what Hunter Biden did the evidence in the record, right? The laptop, the quid pro quo discussions between him and his father. Is that criminal? Yes, it's criminal. It's criminal to openly take money for favors. What favors did Hunter Biden and his father give the people that gave him money? Well, we don't really know completely, but we can speculate that quid pro quo happened. And Timothy Talbot, an FBI assistant special agent in charge, was allegedly forced out after he was accused of political bias in his handling of probes involving President Biden's son, says the Washington Times. The agent was escorted out of the field office by at least two headquarters-looking types last Friday. Tal Seibelt, that's his name, and the FBI didn't immediately respond. Talbert Bolt, a 25-year veteran, had already been on leave. So this guy, top FBI spook, right? FBI, it's so integral, right? Is resigned over allegations of political bias, favoring one and allowing the other, attacking the other. Favoring one, overlooking what one does, and attacking the other, right? Biden v. Trump. Right? So this guy is the new face of FBI alleged corruption. There he is, former FBI assistant special agent. So in a letter to FBI Director Christopher Wray, Grassley said Talbot and the FBI supervisory intelligence analyst Brian Auten were allegedly involved in a scheme to undermine derogatory information connected with Hunter Biden by falsely suggesting it was disinformation. Right? He's the disinformation agent. No. Hunter Biden, that's disinformation. We're heading into an election season. It was damning information. It is damning information. So what does the other side do? Look, I'm to go on the record. Right? Marcus Conte is neither left nor right. Look at me. Look closely at me. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. Join me. Join me for 1 second. Look into my eyes and know that I am in the middle. This, America, is what the middle of politics now looks like. I am your voice. I am the voice of the center of politics. I am in the middle. I am neither left nor right. I stand in the middle of all things politics. So this guy right here, this fucking clown. So the FBI involved in disinformation, and he resigned. And have a nice day, man. Have a nice day. Thank, I guess, Chuck Grassley. GOP senators demand now they're going after Facebook. Remember, we saw Mark Zuckerberg on the Joe Rogan show tell you that the FBI came to them and said, there's going to be a wave of misinformation. However, Zuckerberg, in that interview, if you recall, he never said that the FBI said that the Hunter Biden laptop was misinformation. That's what Mark Zuckerberg is testifying. No. The FBI came to us. They didn't say the Hunter Biden laptop. I played the clip the other day. He says it, right? But he said, so you have to wonder how hard. I mean, this is the FBI. This is FBI. They have all kinds of immunity to prosecute people. All they got to do is sneeze, and you can catch a cold around the FBI. Right? And so the GOP senators demand Facebook hand over FBI communication on the Hunter Biden laptop. So these fine politicians, Chuck Grassley and Ron Johnson, are asking for the FBI. Republican senators, Ron Johnson, doesn't matter that they're Republican, senators. Let's just call them senators, right? Let's just call them senators. Senators have demanded Facebook hand over all communications with the FBI. All right. So put up or shut up, FBI. I mean, Zuckerberg, right? Show us the communications. Right? Are you lying? Did the FBI really come to you? Did the FBI send you a letter? Did the FBI say that if you don't censor this story, we're going to put you on, we're going to come after you with antitrust litigation and try to sink your business? Right. What did the FBI, how hard did the FBI lean on Zuckerberg? Did Zuckerberg lie in front of Congress? Right. It opens up a huge can of worms. Right. So there's Zuckerberg. Remember, he was on Joe Rogan. Basically, the background here is the FBI. I think basically came to us, some folks on our team, and was like, hey, just so you know, this is the FBI speaking to Zuckerberg. Hey, just so you know, you should be on high alert. We thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in 2016, wink, wink. We have it on notice that basically there's about to be some kind of dump that's similar to that. So be vigilant. That's Mark Zuckerberg testifying publicly on Joe Rogan's show. Right? So now the senators, the good senators in Congress, want to see that communication. Did the FBI really say that? Who did they say it to? If they didn't say it to you, who'd they say it to? It's fascinating. Why? Because it's incredibly powerful information that Zuckerberg is talking about. This laptop that reveals quid pro quo with the coming in president before he's even elected. I use that word figuratively, right? And it's fucked up, right? Wow. Did he swing the election by doing that? I don't know, man. You're not allowed to talk about that, right? Did it have influence? I don't know. It fucking seems like it did. Senators Johnson and Grassley and Zuckerberg. All right. So what are we going to find out? It's Hunter Biden. You got to love the photos that the Post found. Right? Of all, Hunter Biden is just a fucking rogue, man. Here he is. Right? Hunter Biden, that's him. That's the president of the son of the president, excuse me. There he is, right? Outstanding young man, right? Loves his crack, loves his hookers. He loves taking pictures of himself naked, right? This is the guy that the Ukraine government pays $600,000 a year to get favors from his father. Right? There he is. That's Hunter Biden. That's who we're talking about right now. So GOP senators demand Facebook hand it over. Whatever. So let's talk about the main story. I know I'm 40 minutes in and I haven't even talked about the main story. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Marcus Conti reporting. Vinny DiMartini in the house. Buddha Girl, how are you, Buddha Girl? Weevil Girl is here as well. Zoot Cooter is here. Loyal Opposition. TJ, Teresa J, how are you, man? How are you? Weevil Girl, good morning. Weevil Girl, Meditation with Weevil Girl is a slot on this program. We're going to get to it, man. We got to pick a day. Weevil Girl, maybe like Wednesday we'll have meditation with Weevil Girl. It'd be pretty cool. We can do that. We could do whatever we want here, right? Look, in terms of Friday, I just want to preface it, right? Friday, we're going to open up the chat again, right? And we had a semi-bad situation on last Friday. I want to talk to my friends. I want to talk to friendly people that are that inspire me. That's who I want to talk to. I don't want to talk to some jerk off that comes on and wants to, fucking pump up his own ego and wants to be right all the time. I don't like people like that. I just don't like them. Right? That's the bottom line. I don't like them. So when we come on, we try to uplift each other. I'm going to try to uplift you, and you try to uplift me. And we raise the bar on uplifting each other. That's what I'm talking about. And Weevil Girl's one of those people, because what she does with the meditation is extremely uplifting, and everyone should pay attention. So look at this. We were talking about drugs earlier, right? Here's a young woman, a young child, girl, kid. New York Times suddenly discovers we're giving kids dangerous drugs. Suddenly. Let's look at the story. So, why does obvious damage to children go ignored for so long? Over the weekend, the New York Times had a splashy story about the over-medication of children. 20 years overdue. 20 years overdue. Listen to this. Writer Matt Rittel. Why do we have to wait 20 years for the New York Times to say it? When I've been saying it since 2016, since I got here. I've been telling you, watch out. Oh, my God, Big Pharma. Oh, my God, step back. Take care of yourself. Don't rely on these motherfuckers. I've been saying it all along. And guess what? I'm right again. Conti is right again. I got to get a bell for myself. Every time I'm right. Ding, ding, ding. I'm not always right, but most of the time, especially in subjects like this. So writer Matt Rittel tells the story of Renee Smith, a high school freshman who was prescribed ever more psychiatric drugs for her anxiety and depression until she was taking 10 different medications. 10 different medications all at once. Swallowing 10 different pills because the young person was experiencing a little heat. Right? What, I'm a little depressed. What else? Depression, anxiety. I feel anxiety. I have to take a pill. Oh my God, I can't be full of anxiety. I have to go to school. I can't be around other students, and if I have anxiety. What about a child coming to school saying, I feel depressed and I have anxiety? And we could set up a special area for them, maybe a comfortable situation where they feel relaxed and they can calm the fuck down. They can go and meditate and relax and have a nice meal. Why don't we do that for our kids? Why do we have to put them on 10 different a cocktail of medications? 10 different pills. A fucking child being forced to take 10 different medications for their anxiety and depression. Something that is always self-diagnosed. No one can diagnose your depression. No one can diagnose your anxiety. You feel it in your body. And only you, my friends, can fix it. Only you have the power to turn your anxiety and your depression around. Only you can do it, right? Not 10 pills. So pointing out that many psychiatric drugs commonly prescribed to adolescents are not approved for people under 18. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're under 18 or over 18. It's all people swallowing these fucking pills. Look at, again, the Sickler family, right? Oxycontin, right? Legal, right? You could take Oxycontin, no problem. Swallow it, you feel good about yourself, right? And all your problems will go away. Right? Your pain, you have pain, we'll make your pain go away. Swallow our pill. And how many people did they kill? Well, let's look. In fact, the New York Times piece points out to decades-old studies showing teens' psychiatric drug use has been on a sharp trajectory upward for a long time. A national study published in 2006 examined records of visits to doctors' offices by people younger than 20 and found a sharp rise in office visits involving the prescription of antipsychotropic medications to the tune of 1.2 million people, right, in 2020. So 1.2 million in 2002, excuse me. Let me get the numbers right. 1.2 million people, young people, in 2002, as opposed to 200,000 in 1993. So 9 years later, 6 times more kids were being forced, I'll use the word, forced medications. What kid takes a pill on his own? What kid signs up for a pill? No. The teacher says you have a behavior, your child has a behavior problem. The parent says, oh, you're a behavior problem, and you got to take this medication. You got to follow the orders of the doctor, or you can't sit in the class. We're seeing it right here. Look, look. We just saw it. I read the story of the Coast Guard doing it to kids. Right? Different drug, of course. But a drug is a drug is a drug. Well, I don't know. It depends on who you ask. I think they are. I think they're all the same. The antidepressant use in children has skyrocketed, and so has suicide. Right? Here's the correlation. Direct, well, maybe direct, partial direct. Is there evidence to suggest that this is true? Let me read it. Suicide rates for those aged 10 to 24, 10 years old to 24 years old, rose 60% from 2007 to 2018. And that's the CDC reporting. 60% rise in fucking suicide. Right? This isn't... Right. The 2005, the FDA added a black box warning that antidepressants can cause suicide. Right? That's the FDA putting on the side of the box, take this drug, and you might commit suicide. Right? How many people do you know? I'll correct that. Weevil Girl can answer the question. Weevil Girl, how many people... How many meditation centers in America and in the world have a warning out front that says, if you meditate, you might kill yourself? I've been to hundreds of meditation sittings, hundreds with other people. Right? I never saw it. I sat with Vipassana. In fact, it's the opposite. I never saw it at Plum Village where Thich Nhat Hanh teaches meditation and says, if you come here and meditate, you're going to kill yourself. Nobody ever kills themselves. They shut up and they suffer for a few days, and within a few days, they get an incredible boost of confidence and spiritual understanding. Right? But the opposite is true when it comes to prescribing medication of the antidepressant nature. Right? So take the pill. Right? Swallowing pills, right? This is your big pharma in action, right? Right? I ended up staying depressed for a decade longer than I needed to, says a Prozac user. Right? The Prozac, let's talk about Prozac. The Prozac generation is responding to a controversial new study from some college in London that debates the efficiency of antidepressants, suggesting there's no evidence that depression is caused by a chemical imbalance and negating the decades-old notion that a serotonin deficiency is the reason for the mental health disorder gripping an estimated 21 million Americans. 21 million Americans. Okay, here's the problem. Right? Here's a problem. It is a chemical imbalance, right? No doubt about it. When you feel depressed and full of anxiety, it is a chemical imbalance. It is a physical, something physical that you physically feel in your body happening. An abnormality. So not even abnormal. It's normal. It's the other side of euphoria. When you feel really good about something, eventually you'll feel the opposite pull. For every up, there's a down. For every left, there's a right. For every in, there's an out. That is normal. Right? That's a normal response. Right? And it is chemical. At the chemical level, something is happening. The problem is that it's what we do about it. That's where we see. I agree with the medical profession. Does it have to do with a serotonin deficiency? No. No one knows for sure which of these little chemicals are imbalanced. And the jackoffs that think that they do know are the fucking problem. You go inside. You feel anxiety. You feel depression. It happens to everybody. It happened to me. Go back into the video. 2 weeks ago, I wasn't feeling well. I was having an imbalance. I'm pushing 60 years old. I run 5 miles. Right? I do yoga. Right? I'm healthy. And if you don't think so, if you want to come run the trail with me, right? A hard trail, 5 miles. If you could keep up with me, good for you, right? That's the kind of condition I'm in. And I still experience ebb and flow of consciousness. I know what to do with it. Did I run to the doctor and ask them for a pill? No. Did I, that's the number one thing. Did I go to some psychiatrist and ask them for help? No. Did I watch Thich Nhat Hanh's videos on YouTube and then meditate and walk and take care of myself? Yes, I did. And what happened? I snapped out of it. Right now I feel fine. My breathing is normal. Right? I'm normal. I'm here. I'm communicating with you. But the problem we have is it's not so much the identifying of the problem, that there are chemical imbalances. That's not enough to say. Oh, chemical imbalances. Chemical. It's a chemical. It is, but you're not going to fix it by throwing other counter chemicals at it. That is a flawed theory. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. There are too many other factors in play. If one doesn't assume control of their consciousness through mindfulness, right? And I'm not talking about religion, right? I'm not offending anybody's religion by talking about mindfulness meditation as taught by the Buddhist community. Right? It's not Buddhism, motherfucker. Can you say Buddhism and motherfucker in the same sentence? I just did. But it's not Buddhism. It's something that a couple of cats figured out, literally thousands of years ago, right? Human beings got to the point where their mind raced so much through their inherent karma. Go, go, go. We teach our kids, go, go, go. Be better, be stronger, be faster. The parents pump into their kids. Why did you drop the ball, Johnny? You hurt your team. Bad, bad, bad. Right? Why didn't you take your medication? Now you got kicked out the Coast Guard. Bad, bad, bad. Right? That's how we teach our kids. Right? That's what we teach our kids. Right? It all happens, right? Do we blame the parent for it? No. No. Do we blame society for it? No. We don't. We can't. We can't blame Big Pharma. We can't blame our parents. We can't blame each other. The only people we can blame is ourselves. And you know why? Because we're the only ones who can save ourselves. If we save ourselves, we save others. That's how it works. That's the order of nature. I don't come running to your rescue and fix you. I don't solve your problems by throwing pills at it. That's not how it works. I solve your problem by being an example of the things that I'm talking about. That I generate my own happiness. It's like that little cartoon, right? Guy's all depressed. Anyway, but I generate my own happiness. Right? My happiness is my own responsibility. My sense of comfort and lack of depression and anxiety is my own doing. No one could make me full of anxiety. Right? Lock me in a cell and throw me in prison, and it still doesn't change the basic biochemistry of my mind. If I wallow in depression and anxiety, I will become depressed and full of more anxiety. If I think that a pill is going to make it go away, it will compound the problem because I'm not addressing the problem properly. So there, Big Pharma. I said it. There. I said it. Am I allowed to say that? That I know more about something than you do because you got $85 billion and the entire pharmaceutical industrial complex behind you? Does that make me wrong and you right? Well, look at the evidence. Your drugs are causing suicide rates at epic levels in young people, prescribing them 10 different pills and getting the opposite effect that you want to have. And some fucking Buddhist monk says, follow your breath, quiet down, sit, stop, and he gets a 100% effective rate. That's what I'm arguing. Some other way to prevent them from killing themselves before a miracle occurs, right? Right? By teaching them to meditate, by teaching them to quiet their mind, right? By giving young people a quiet space to relax and calm the fuck down, right? Without throwing pills at them, right? So that's what we got right now, right? The findings are rolling in fast and furious that antidepressant medications, pain relief medications like Oxycontin, let's talk about that, right? Oh, yeah, look at this. Did you know that Michael Jackson used 19 fake IDs to score drugs? 19 IDs to score pharmaceutical drugs, right? Pharmaceutical companies, right? And this is not a advocation for substance use. Right? Use whatever substance you want that uplifts you. I don't care. But Big Pharma, in all their glory, tries to concoct pills that will affect the body in a positive way and has almost never been able to do it. Right? What about the flower? What about cannabis users? People that smoke, weed once in a while and use it to relax. Right? They're vilified. They're thrown in jail. You're not even allowed to grow fucking marijuana in half the states in the country. And before 2012, you were thrown in jail for growing and smoking your own fucking plant. But Michael Jackson got 19 different, I don't really know what this article's about. I don't know. But they're trying to say Michael Jackson was a doctor junkie. Right? He was a junkie created by doctors. Right. Suit Cooter points out, Marcus criticizing Big Pharma has caused Buffy to enter. Look, I love YouTube. I love Big Pharma. I don't vilify Big Pharma for the reason I vilify Big Pharma for the way they're operating. Big Pharma, with all their power and money, could have an enormously positive effect on people. Right? Just change your game plan, right? You have to change your game plan. If you want to alter body chemistry, you have to, and you want to control someone's psychotropic environment, you can do that without the medication, right? More so, right? Teach somebody how to control their own pharmacology. When I meditate and suddenly my depression is lifted and my anxiety goes away, I have altered my biochemistry. I have done it successfully. Where did it come from? Well, if you got the answer, why were you full of the depression and anxiety? That's not the issue. You will never figure out why there's no direct correlation between events in your life and your depression and your anxiety. There's no absolute direct correlation for a healthy person. Someone swallowing 10 different medications, we've got evidence. But for a normal person that ebbs and flows through minor bouts of anxiety, whatever that is, right? I forgot what I was saying, but anyway, man. But, oh yeah, Big Pharma, right? No, Big Pharma needs to go in that direction. Go send your guys over to Tibet and sit, right? Sit with the Tibetan monks that I learned from. I learned from Tibetan monks how to do this thing, right? And it proves to be true, right? Send your people over there. So we're not enemies of Big Pharma. We're not enemies of anybody. All we do on this program is love and try to uplift everybody. I don't want to see Big Pharma pay through the nose like the Sackler family, who's going to owe $6 billion of the $10 billion they made. The creators of OxyContin. I don't want to see them suffer. I want to see them understand the gravity of the problem and fix it. Use their resources to fix it. Do you know how many meditation centers the Sackler family can open, right, with all their money and all their power and all their influence? Right? Millions of dollars, could save millions of people by doing this, right? Do they have an interest in saving millions of people? No. They have an interest in making money. But you can profit from helping people in that way. By teaching people to help themselves is not a losing situation. It elevates the whole picture. But nonetheless, the Sackler family, who has eluded 100% any criminal prosecution for creating and promoting OxyContin to millions of people, has blanket immunity. All they're going to do is be held civilly liable and pay money. Right? These people killed people. Not that's the mother of somebody who got killed. But the Sackler family, you know who I'm talking about, right? The creators of OxyContin. All of these people lost loved ones. Right? Look at this. Look at this fucking lady. Lost a kid. Lost a kid. Right? Would the kid be dead if they didn't swallow these pills? Probably not. Would the kid have suffered a little anxiety and depression? Look, anxiety and depression doesn't kill you. It doesn't kill you. Depression is not deadly. Anxiety is not deadly. If treated properly, it's not deadly. It's good. That's right, it's good. When you feel anxiety and depression, it shows you that there's an imbalance in your body. It shows it to you. I feel anxiety and depression. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm obsessing in some part of my life. Stress is causing me to go in balance. I must stop what I'm doing. That's what's causing it. It's showing you what's causing the problem. Why is it a problem? It's not a problem. Depression and anxiety is not a problem. It's an indicator of something else going on inside of you. And then you go in and you fix it. 100%. Sacklers have denied wrongdoing and faced public backlash. All right. All of these companies, they're all getting out of it. Look at this. AmerisourceBergen, Cardinal Health, J&J, and McKinsey agreed to a deal worth $26 billion to get out of any criminal responsibility for pumping America with Oxycontin. Who's this guy? A survivor. He's a survivor. It's your fault. Once you identify it as a problem, it's your fault. Sacklers caused my opioid addiction. They created Oxycontin. That's their fault. I consumed it and knew it was bad and continued to use it. That's your fault. Fix the problem. So anyway, Marcus Conte reporting. Whoa, how? Who? Wow, we're still here? Are we still live? We're still live. We're still live. I'm amazing. Thank you. Thank you fucking YouTube for still having us. And Wall Street, what's going on, man? Why are we going red again? Come on, man. We got to go up. We got to go up instead of down. So anyway, Marcus Conte reporting. And there you go, man. So we are live. Thank you, everybody, for joining me in the chat. Marcus Conte reporting on this. I had another video. Where's my... Oh, here's my music. Yeah, so come on, man. Where's my music? Give me my music, man. My music won't go on. I don't know why. Why won't my music... Oh, there it is. Peace, everybody. Marcus Conte reporting. I'm a reporter. I'm reporting on real life. I'm reporting on your life, our life together. Our life together, we have a life. Together. Forever. Until death do us part. Until our deaths meet on the great battlefield of heaven. Don't listen to those people that say heaven is here and now. They're full of themselves. Thanks, everybody, man. Peace out.
Thank you.